What's the 1-2 punch? It's the duo. It's a dynamic duo. These two things combined make it happen. So it's that important. So it's not just the one, it's the 1-2 punch. I didn't know this stuff before. And it wasn't until I learned this that I applied it that things started to change for me. And I'll tell you why in a second. But it's super frustrating for me when I watch people start to do something and they're super excited. This happens in real estate all the time, where an agent comes into the business and they're like all fired up, just so fired up. They want to just do this thing, and they start and they go after it, and it's about a 30 to 45 day deal. And we tell them, hey, look, here's the deal. This is hard. It's going to be challenging. You're going to get told no a lot. And you got to get over that. And I encourage them to set big, massive goals. Big, massive goals. The reason is because if you don't have that underneath it, if you don't have a big reason, a big why, you're not going to make it. Because the things that you need to do every day are going to be a big challenge, and your reason has to be bigger than that. And so when I first got started in real estate, I didn't know this, and I didn't have a big reason. So you know what my reason was? My reason was I wanted to make money. Now that's not bad, but it's just not going to be enough. There's got to be something else that's driving you, because the things that you need to do are going to be this big, but your reason, your big why, has got to be way, way, way up here. And so that's what I wanted to share with you today, is this dynamic duo. So Napoleon Hill says that the starting point of all achievement is desire. That's the why part. You got to have a reason that's bigger than just I want to make money or I want to pay off my bills. You see, because paying off your bills is a lofty thing. That's a good idea, right? You have freedom there. At the same time, you're not going to go at it at the same level you would if you had a big, something massive that you're going after, because you're willing to put in the time, you're willing to stay late, you're willing to get in there early if it's big enough. So that's the first key, is the burning desire. And he also says that weak desires are like weak fires. They bring weak results. And so how do you increase that? You've got to build a bigger fire under your desire. And a way that I found that I've done that is by actually seeing myself with that, experiencing myself with that. I visualize the outcome and then experience it now. What would that feel like? And so that is what I use to fuel my desires. And what's the other part of that? What's the second part of this equation? What's the 1-2 punch? It's persistence. It's going and going and going and going, and not recognizing defeat or failure as defeat. It's picking yourself up every time you get knocked down. I've been knocked down thousands of times, and my response is, I can do this all day. Coming right back. That's been the only thing that's been able to keep me going after 20 years in this industry, is persistence, backed with a burning, absolute burning desire. Napoleon Hill says in Think and Grow Rich that there may not be a heroic connotation to the word persistence, but the quality is to the character of man what carbon is to steel. That's how important this is persistence. So what we have is when we are faced with a challenge and we are failing forward, is that when we push through anyway, we get assistance from unseen forces. They come to our aid. And it's almost like a hidden guide, as he says in the book Think and Grow Rich. A hidden guide will come to us and give us the support that we need if we press on, if we don't stop when it gets hard, persist and keep going. So that's what I wanted to encourage you with today, is desire, a big reason. It's got to be so big, and then persistence. And looking at failure as a data point, and only a data point. That didn't work. I guess I'm not going to do that again. Let's regroup and start over again and rebuild this thing and fix it and do it better the next time. It's just a data point. That's all it is. It's an observation. It's like, yeah, that's right. That didn't work. What can I do next time? If everything's happening for us and not to us, then the attitude switches from victim to 100% responsibility. Then you can own it. And when you own it, you can fix it and you can make it better and you can keep forging ahead. You know, it reminds me as we head into this long weekend, Memorial Day, of those that applied this principle. A big burning desire of freedom and persistence and keeping marching forward. So thank you for your service, and God bless you. Happy Memorial Day for all those of you that have served our country, and thank you for that. And thank you for having a desire to maintain freedom in this beautiful country, and thank you for your persistence in keeping us safe, and respect you for that. So thank you so much, and so does everybody else. We'll see you all soon. Have an awesome weekend.